everybody, Allison Cope here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making an interactive card, and this card is going to have bicycle wheels that spin. For today's card, we're going to use the Catherine Pooler stamp and die set called Pedaling By. And this is a super cute stamp set with dies for almost everything that you can see on the stamp set. We are going to be using the cut apart bicycle today. There's actually two dies, so there's the whole bicycle, and then there is a die for just the bicycle parts and having the wheels separate, and that's what we're going to be using on our card today. We're going to put our bicycle stamp into our stamping platform today. I'm going to do a quick stamping of it down onto the paper. And this is for positioning purposes. This is kind of one of those hacks that everybody should kind of know. We're going to take the negative aspect of our die cut and we're going to finagle it so that it fits perfectly around that stamped image. And this guarantees that your stamp is going to be in the correct position on that die, and it's going to have evenly spaced white outer lines on that image. So we're going to drop in that die cut. And then we're going to take our ink and ink it up just like we normally would for any stamp. So today we're starting with Tiara. I have a smudge on the top of my ink pad there. All right, we're going to stamp initial our yellow, our Tiara color. Just making sure I get good application of ink. I'm going to do it one more time just to make sure that it's nice and solid in image. Perfect. We're also going to come in with Glitz, which is a little bit more on the orangey side. And we're just going to tap the bottom of our bicycle today. There we go. And we now have a gradient bicycle frame. All right, let's position our seat and our handlebar image stamps, and this one is tiny, so I'm having to knock it in with my fingernails here. So just you can carefully place it, and we're going to use pixie dust for our seat and our handlebar. And again, because that die hasn't moved, we can easily stamp those two things right onto that die cut. And I'm going to go one more time here. There we go. Our finished bicycle frame. Super cute. All right, let's get to our wheels. We're going to use the solid wheel, which is located at the bottom of the stamp set. The two at the top are actually designed to go on the full pieced bike, so they actually have some lines there that are not present to make way for the frame, if that makes any sense. All right, our wheel is just slightly wonky, so there is a happy place for our negative. And we're doing exactly the same thing as what we did with our frame. I'm going to put a little bit of tape down, and this is just going to help hold that image in place there so it doesn't actually pop out. All right, we're going in with our pixie dust again as our base color. And I'm going to stamp this a couple of times. And then we're going to bring in a touch of Flirty Fuchsia. And this just makes it a little bit more whimsical. And that's all I'm doing is just a piece of that wheel. So now we have two wheels and our bike frame. And we're going to start to make our card front. All right. Just making sure that our bike is in a position where we have enough room for everything. Perfect. So we're going to bring in a pencil here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to map out where the centers of the wheels are going to be. And of course, the bike frame will tell me where the centers will be. So I'm just going to quickly just make a couple of dots. And that will be the location of the center of the wheels. Just double checking. I'm going to use my Catherine Pooler circle dies. And I need the small one and then the next size up. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut out right where I made those marks. So now I have two. And for this, you can use these My Favorite Things plastic positioners, but I want to show you how to use some foam squares. Now, if you have circles, that's even better. Now, the key to using foam squares is that they must fit in those cut circles on the front of your card. So I'm going to pop that under so that larger circle acts as a stopper. So it will allow things to rotate. It just won't allow the wheel to pop off. So I'm just tucking them underneath and through, peeling off the backer paper and just literally sticking our wheels right to those foam pieces. And that will allow them to spin. There we go. Now we're going to add our frame. I added foam underneath everything where it didn't touch the wheels. So you have to be very careful in this respect, because if you put tape over the wheels aren't going to rotate. So you have to kind of think in your head, what parts of the bike can I put foam on that are going to allow those wheels to still spin? So I took the majority of the center of that bike and added our 3-dimensional foam here. And apparently it wanted to stick to my nails. So super quick, just a couple of foam pieces, peel off the backer, and then you're going to align up the center of those wheels with the center of your frame. And those wheels are going to float a little bit. So just realize that they're not going to be perfect, but that doesn't matter. It's a whimsical bike. The tires aren't round. So it's the way it goes. Okay, we're going to flip it over. Now we need to kind of build up a gap to allow for those elements to spin freely. So I'm just going to take some foam tape and put it down the back here. And this just builds up that gap so that our wheels will spin. Now make sure that you don't trap any of those larger white pieces on the back. See how my wheel is stuck? I fixed that. All right, let's add some details to the front of our card. And I'm just going to use a variety of different shapes to finish off our card. And there we go. So now we have a card with wheels that spin. And instead of putting my sentiment on the outside, I decided to put the sentiment on the inside. Thanks for joining me. I hope you continue to watch my videos and hit the subscribe button. And I'd love to hear from you. If you'd leave me a comment down below, that would be fantastic. Have a great day.